Hello, everybody. I want to bring something to your attention fast and quick. Okay. I just saw something the other day that will blow your mind. I saw something that will tickle your funny bone. I saw something that you won't believe. And what I'm going to tell you, you're going to flip. Okay. When this coronavirus started, they called it the coronavirus. Now they call it COVID-19. COVID-19 started in China, and the weirdest thing about it, it started in Hualien County, or country, or whatever. Anyway, COVID-19, it started out being the word coronavirus. Now they call it COVID-19. You know, the president says, I'm not going to make executive order. You, the governors, make these executive orders. You do this yourself. The weirdest thing about this, and the funny thing about this, is, you know, I've been watching on TV from Kentucky and Indiana and all that. That first they say, you can't be out. And oh, well, they're saying that you need to start using hand sanitizer and all that to keep your hands clean. Or to wipe off your counters with these sanitizer rags and stuff that you get from the store. The weirdest and funny thing about it is I seen yesterday a county that was voting for Donald Trump. And each county can make their decision if they want to do this or not. So, a lot of counties and cities can make that decision if they can let people vote. Right? For Donald Trump, right? Okay, now here's the weird thing about it. And this is crazy. But I thought we're supposed to be social media. I thought we're supposed to be 6 inches apart. We're not 6 inches apart. So here's the thing. If this was all real, and the word is pandemic, if it was all real, and it was really true, and it was actually what it's supposed to be, then why are we not following what we're supposed to be doing? My question is, one, why come the president, why come Joe Biden, why come all these governors and all these people not wearing masks like we're told to wear? Why come none of these people are wearing masks? And the weirdest fun thing about it, if this was real, everybody would wear a mask. If it was real, it would be wearing a mask, boom, across your face, wearing the gloves. So the Bible tells you about the hoarding. Do you remember in 2012, when they said that the world was coming to an end? Somebody wrote on Facebook that the world was going to come to an end in 2012. Everybody started panicking. They went out, they bought milk, they bought eggs, they bought toilet paper, they bought everything. They wiped the store out, just like they're doing now. It was 2012 when people were told, even a scientist said, that he thought the world was coming to an end in 2020, or 2012. And the funny thing is, they made a movie about it. The End of the World was the name of the movie they made. And the funny thing is, they wanted you to see what would be like with the end of the world. With the world falling down, the earthquakes and all that and everything. The weirdest and funny thing about it, what makes no sense at all, is why come none of the presidents, men, why come none of the people in the White House, why come none of the Senate, the House, the Democrats, why come none of these people are wearing a mask? Think about it. Then they first come out and said it was called the coronavirus. Now they changed the name of the coronavirus to COVID-19. What? COVID-19. You don't hear the word hardly coronavirus anymore. You hear COVID-19. So the question is, where are these people's bodies that are dying? Where are these people's bodies that are supposed to be dead? The funny thing about it, it's funny, but you remember the weird thing about it, people wanted to go to Roswell or Area 51 and they were told to stay away. I wonder why they were told to stay away. I wonder why they were told to do this. It's weird, isn't it? So the funny and the crazy thing about it, you really think about it, you know, these people could be dying from other things, not just COVID-19. People could have heart problems. People could have, physical problems. Just like Joe Diffie. No one really told you really what he died from, did they? He actually didn't die from COVID-19. See, what the things is here is that the crazy thing here and the weird thing about this is that they don't really tell you the story about what really happens to the person that dies. There are people dying over the world, yes, every day. But they don't tell you they die from heart problems. They don't tell you they die from breathing problems, blood pressure problems, or heart disease, or heart attack, or anything. They just say they die from coronavirus. Well, guess what? I can prove this to you right now that Joe Diffie did not die from coronavirus. It brought the coronavirus on to kill him faster, but that did not kill him. Joe Diffie had a heart problem. And so did a lot of these other people, like John Powell, Prang. He had other problems too. The older you are, you're going to get more problems, like heart problems or blood pressure problems or any kind of problems, bone problems or anything like that. But they don't tell you this. So how do you know these people are actually dying in the United States? Really weird, isn't it? The funny thing about it is that there are so many flip-flops. Well, the other day, I was watching the news, and they said, Trump says, you make the decision if you want to shut down the state over this coronavirus or this COVID-19. You make this decision. I'm not going to make it because I'm not going to be in fault of it. So you got Governor for sure talked about making the decision of what he wants to do. Shutting down parks. Shutting down this. Well, he said he was going to shut down the Big Four Bridge. Let's see, 2 or 3 days with the sunny being almost 80 degrees, people are out on the Big Four Bridge. People are out walking the bridge. Are they supposed to be social media? No. There were a bunch of people walking on the bridge. There was a slew of people walking on the bridge. Make it wonder, don't you? Then I just seen a state that said they're still going to vote. They're not staying in. They're going to vote. They're going to electronic vote. I thought we're supposed to be social media. I thought we're supposed to be 6 inches apart. 6 inches apart is like an alligator. But what is so funny and weird about this, they keep changing their stories over and over every single day. There was a man named Bill Gates talking about putting an RFID chip in our hand. You ain't getting one in my hand, so forget about it. I'll die before you put one in my hand. The Bible tells you about the mark of the beast in the hand, head, or the forehand. The weird thing about it, I'm not doing it. And the funny thing is I know that this coronavirus, starting out the word corona means crown, like Jesus had on his head a crown. The way this comes into play is the people that are dying were already planned to die. They were already in the process of dying. A lot of these people around the world, it was called a sickness plague. It's not called a coronavirus plague at all. The weirdest and funny thing about this is that some people use the word. I'm going to show you something. Someone showed this to me yesterday. The word is pandemic. If you cross out the word pan, you get the word dim, D-E-M-I-C. The word right there in the middle means Democrat. Ain't it funny? Ain't it kind of funny that the House tried to impeach Donald Trump? They tried to bring this man down. They could not do it. They tried to do anything to bring this man down. But the funny and the weirdest thing about it, he could not be stopped. So the word pandemic means C-H-I-C-K-E-N. Do you know what that word means? Chicken. You know what chicken means? Back, back, back. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Are we really going to die? Is it really going to take place? Is this really happening? You think about it. But now there are churches that says, we're not going to listen to what Governor Purcell says. This guy on TV said, the hell with you. He said, I'm going to have my church. Like it or not, I'm going to have church on Easter. Are we going to arrest everybody in the world for disobeying this law? Are we going to arrest everybody for not following the rules with the pandemic? Are we going to arrest everybody in the world? There's not enough cages to put people in. None. Are we going to do all this stuff? Are we going to look at the truth? The truth sits right in here. And the truth tells you that Donald Trump is going to beat the crap out of Joe Biden. And I'm going to praise and laugh so hard when Donald Trump gets him. Just like he got Hillary Clinton. He got Hillary Clinton and he got Hillary Clinton, but he got her with a certain kind of card. There are 50 decks in the deck of cards. The 7th card is the Trump. That's the 7th card back. That's the Trump card. The funny thing is, Donald Trump has 7 letters in his name. The first name in 2016 was 70. He was 70 years old. The middle name gives him 17, which is the second 7. The third 7 comes down, gives him the third 7. 777 is 21. 21 gives you the number of the angel number, which is 2020. He comes down with this, November the 11th, 2020, is when we elect the president. On the 4th, we elect the president on the 4th. The weird thing about it, it's down here, and it says, when Donald Trump becomes president, he has all of the numbers in his name. That begins the first 7. The second 7 again is 20. 21 would be the second 7, which is 21. So you're going to have all 3 21s adding up once there, and you're going to have all 3 21s adding up again on the same thing. The first 3 7s in 2016 is 21. And the day when he became president of the United States, he was voted in office on January the 20th, 2016. The next day becomes the 21. The angel number gives you 2020. The weird thing, the symbolic number of the angel number that comes into play gives you this. November the 20th, 2020. He will be put in office on January the 20th, 2021. His next day in office to begin his full day is the 21st. All 3 7s. When you add all 3 7s together, you get 1963. Whose name is 1963? When you add all 3 of the 11s together, what number reveals Donald Trump's name? Donald Trump's middle name is John. What president reveals the 1963? Ain't that weird? Ain't that weird? November 22nd, 1963. Look at it. 1963. All three of these add up to 63. And the weird thing I'm saying, and I'm trying to tell you, the word pandemic has the word Democrat in it. D-E-M. So weird that Joe Biden thinks he's going to beat Donald Trump. You're not. You're not going to beat Donald Trump. You know why? Because you caused yourself to do it with the impeachment on Donald Trump. When the House tried to impeach Trump, they broke the law. They broke the law. How did they do it? There is no obstruction of Congress or abuse of power in the Constitution. They do not sit in the Constitution. You have broken the law. Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, and Chuck Schumer are going to be voted out of office in 2020 because Americans are not going to go for this again. They wasted too much money on this. Now, after the impeachment, you find out we get the coronavirus. It's really weird. It's like it's out of the blue. It's another story in a book that is written. Just like the book in the Bible. It's another story that is written. Every word that's written from the Bible is from holy men. Every word that's written in notes from our president are brought for a reason. And all I can tell you, believe it or not, if you want to believe that this pandemic is real, and you want to believe that all these people are dying, go look at some of the other stuff that people have been posting on Facebook. Go look at all the stuff that people have been talking about on Facebook. That a lot of people don't think this is real now. They think it's all fake. They think it's all made up for the government to change our ways. And you know what another word for 2020 is? Do you know what another word for 2020 is? It means look. Another word for 2020 means eye vision. Seeing through the eyes of what's really happening. Optical. Eye vision. Seeing through the eyes. So are we seeing through the eyes of God that He's showing us the stories about this that are fake? Or are we seeing through the eyes of the evil people that want us to believe that COVID-19 is real? The funny weird thing about it, and the weird thing about it, I don't care if it's real or not. Even if it's real, I'll deal with it. But if it's not, I can be shown the signs. As long as I got Jesus in my heart, I don't have to worry about nothing. Because I believe in what I believe in. But if all these people are dying, so they say they're dying from other causes. Do you understand? They're dying from other causes. They're not just dying from the coronavirus. Coronavirus would bring it on. But the word corona, again, is a crown. The same thing that Jesus wore on his head when he went to Jerusalem to be crucified. He wore the crown of thorns on his head. They were pushed in the middle of his head. Blood was running from his head. So the weird thing about it, there are so many reasons why they want you to see the word as corona. And now you don't see the word corona, you see the word COVID-19. One more thing. Listen to what I am saying. Don't be fooled about this. The world is going to change every day. Doesn't matter how it is. When I was in high school, worlds are changing. You know, people that get on the internet, they want to look at bad pictures and stuff like that. The world is changing. Every time you pick this phone up, they track you. Everywhere you go. That's why they came out with cell phones. So they can watch what you're doing. And I'm glad they do that. I'm glad they do this stuff. So they can watch where the pedophiles are. And everything like that. I'm glad that Google's made stuff like this. It's called Alpha. A-L-P-A-H or A-L-P-H. Where would you see that word at? In here. Alpha, Omega. Alpha and Omega. I thought, that's weird. So if you take the name of Donald Trump, where he's got on one of his hats that says, Make America Great Again, and you put the O in front of it, it's going to spell the word Omega, means one. And the one person that's chosen as Omega is God, the King. The one. The one that will make everything right. All I'm telling you, pray. Pray for the things that are happening in the world. Because everything's going to start changing. McDonald's, I seen the other day, are getting rid of all their cashiers. What about the new kiosk machines they got up? Isn't that weird? Now you can have your food delivered to your house. You remember back in the 70s, only pizza places delivered to you? Then all of a sudden, other places in the 80s came into play, like restaurants could start delivering to you. Now in 1990, you had like restaurants, pizza places, some pharmacies and stuff like that can start delivering to you. Now, you where everybody can deliver to you now. That's why they call it Grubhub. Grub means eat and hub means up. But are we paying these people? We got to pay them money for bringing our food. We got to pay them some money to bring us the food. But the thing is all these restaurants are now starting to do it. It's something new. Sooner or later, you're going to be able to just take your glasses and say, open sesame with your eye. Your eye could be bionic, and you could just open it. Now today with your cell phones, on the new cell phones, let me show you something. Let me turn my, this is a new cell phone, okay? This is a Larissa 5. Okay, now let me show you something. You can open your cell phone by doing two things. One, you can either put your fingerprint on it to open it up. Or two, you can look at it with your face and open it up. Let me show you. It's called face recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, your DJ.
It is so funny that I can open my phone up by just looking in my eyes. Look. Ain't that weird? So what I'm telling you, this is not a joke. The government's got us all controlled. And that's all I got to say. Do not pay attention to this. It is fake, phony, and stupid.